Yeah, whoopee, hey. So, everyone's heads suddenly explode with the poetry. Ha ha! And the poetry that exploded out of everyone's heads is now flying out throughout the universe. And all of the poetry that flies out into the universe starts to eat all of the space aliens. And the space aliens are all being eaten by the poetry. and the poetry is devouring all the space aliens. And then and then in the graveyards throughout the planet, all the dead people jump out of their graves, and now all the dead people are dancing in the graveyards. They're dancing in the graveyards. And as all the dead people dance and dance in the graveyards, they're reciting the poetry, they're singing the poetry, they're dancing the poetry. Dead people throughout the world in the graveyards dancing the poetry, and they scream the poetry up to the heavens. And then it begins to rain poetry from the sky all over the planet, and the poetry is raining. It's raining from the sky, and the planet Earth is flooded with the poetry. There's flash floods of poetry, splashing everywhere all over the planet Earth. Yeah. And then you pull out your pen to try and write the poetry, but your pen is inadequate. So then, since your pen is inadequate, you start to write poetry with your penis. You write poetry with your penis all over the sky. You write poetry with your penis all over the snow. You write poetry with your penis all over the fields of grain. And out of the poetry, giant marijuana trees grow out of the poetry as high as the universe. And then all the space aliens start to smoke the marijuana growing out of the trees as high as the universe. The poetry